March 1st, the most explosive man in boxing returns.
Mamma mia! The legend of Gervonta "Tank" Davis!
In his path stands fellow world champ Lamont the Reaper Roach, looking to step in and take out the Tank.
Into the battleground. Ain't gonna stop me now. This is the final round.
That power is deadly!
We coming!
It's Tank versus Roach, Saturday live on PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video.
And gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Gleason's Gym here in Brooklyn, New York, as we kick off another exciting fight week for a Premier Boxing Champions pay-per-view event. This Saturday, March 1st, Big Time Boxing is back in Brooklyn, New York, as WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis defends his world title against reigning WBA super featherweight world champion, the Reaper, Lamont Roach Jr. This all headlines a PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video featuring 4 world title fights, and it all starts this Saturday, March 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis has fought 3 times before in Brooklyn at Barclays Center, and this will be number 4. And his last time out, he broke records. He defeated Rolly Romero in May of 2022. Setting the building record at Barclays Center for the highest grossing and most attended boxing event in Barclays Center. Now, we have a fantastic card besides our main event. We also are going to have a tremendous co-main event that will be the WBA Super Lightweight World Champion Jose Rayo Valenzuela as he takes on top contender Gary Antoine Russell. Plus, we have the WBC Super Lightweight World Champion Alberto Puello taking on top-rated mandatory challenger Sandor Martin. Then, kicking off our pay-per-view, we have another tremendous fight. Unbeaten rising star Yoenis Tellez taking on the former unified world champion Julian J. Rock Williams. That will kick off our pay-per-view for the interim WBA Super Welterweight World title. And of course, preceding the pay-per-view, we also have good action on the prelims. We have a Prime Video will stream 2 fight prelims starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. That will be available free access for all fans, regardless of Prime membership, and it will be regardless of Prime membership or purchase of the pay-per-view card. In addition, fans can stream the action live on a Prime Video Twitch page at twitch.tv/Prime Video. The streaming presentation for our prelims will feature former unified 154-pound champion Swift Jared Hurd as he looks to take on hard-hitting Johan Gonzalez in a 10-round middleweight bout. And then we also have undefeated super featherweight contender Gio La Roca Lopez taking on Grimaldi Machuca in an 8-round bout. Now, tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com. You don't want to be outside of this building at Barclays Center. There is nothing like a Tank Davis fight here in Brooklyn, New York. And, of course, the event is promoted by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have all been waiting. It's time to bring on our first fighter. This man is 42 victories, 15 by knockout, opposite of 3 defeats. He hails as a native from Barcelona, Spain. He sprung the 2021 upset of the year over 4-division world champion Mikey Garcia, and he dropped a controversial decision in what many thought he won when he fell to 2-division champion Teofimo Lopez. And now he has most recently fought and won back-to-back victories. Please help me welcome Sandor Martin. All right, Sandor, welcome in. And you have a tremendous opportunity. We have translator Martin Batar here as well. So you have been training, coming from Spain. You have a ton of supporters. As you were getting ready to leave Spain, what were some of the messages you were receiving from supporters back home to bring the world title back?
Estás recibiendo mucho apoyo en España. ¿Cuál fue el mensaje que te dio tu gente antes de partir de tu país?
No, todo el país y toda la comunidad del boxeo está pendiente de esta pelea. Necesitamos tener un nuevo campeón mundial y voy a ser yo este próximo sábado 1 de marzo en el Barclays Center.
Not only my country, but everyone in the world of boxing has been very supportive. There needs to be a new world champion, and you're going to see me become one on Saturday, March 1st at the Barclays Center.
Well, it should be a tremendous fight between you and Puello. Now, going into this fight, Puello undefeated. You are the underdog, but that's no stranger to you because you are used to being the underdog. Do you relish that position coming into fights as the underdog? You were an underdog against Mikey Garcia. You were underdog against Teofimo Lopez. You won against Mikey Garcia. Many thought you won against Teofimo Lopez, and now you're the underdog again against Alberto Puello.
Bueno, contra Mikey García y Teofimo López no era favorito. Le ganaste a Mikey García. Algunos pensaban que le ganaste a Teofimo López. Entonces, ¿cómo te sentís ahora que volvés a no ser el favorito, a venir de punto?
En mi cabeza nunca he sido un underdog. Soy el próximo campeón del mundo.
I've never been an underdog. In my mind, I've always been a world champion.
So, going into this fight, Puello is undefeated. Nobody's really been able to figure him out. 2-division world champion. What's going to make Saturday, March 1st, different to deliver his first loss?
Bueno, tu rival ha sido difícil de dilucidar. ¿Qué va a ser este sábado distinto de sus rivales anteriores?
Lo primero, que no ha peleado nunca con nadie como yo, y lo segundo, que el nivel de IQ que yo voy a poner en el ring no se lo ha puesto nadie.
Well, first of all, he has never fought anybody like me. And second of all, my ring IQ is higher than anybody he's ever fought. So he's in for a treat.
Would you say this fight, Saturday night, March 1st, Barclays Center, PBC pay-per-view event, is the biggest fight of your career for the WBC 140-pound title?
¿Dirías que esta pelea del sábado 1 de marzo por PBC Pay-Per-View, título mundial de 140 libras, es la pelea más importante de tu carrera hasta ahora?
Por supuesto, no solo por la visibilidad, sino porque no es una pelea por el campeonato del mundo. Y eso es algo que lo hace especial y diferente.
Absolutely. This isn't just another fight. It's a fight for the world title. So it makes it special. And I want to make it special for the fans as well.
All right, Sandor, thank you so much. We'll let you get to work. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sandor Martin.
Spanish on boxeo con Chris. Don't get me started. They be acting funny, man. What's going on? We're gonna get a good shot. Una pregunta para acá. Teniendo un oponente y no podías recuperar la pelea con Haney, ¿cómo se siente ahora que va a tener la pelea grande?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Sandor Martin, as he gets ready for his world title WBC showdown against the champion, Alberto Puello. So I want to thank him. And ladies and gentlemen, he's going to exit the ring. If you want questions with Sandor, feel free to follow him. They're going to have a little bit of a scrum for questions, so head on over and I'll grab him. But now we are ready for our next fighter as he comes in with the record 17 victories, all 17 victories by knockout, opposite of just one defeat. He's fighting out of his native Capitol Heights, Maryland, and he represents one of boxing's prominent boxing families. He comes into this fight a 2016 U.S. Olympian, knocked out his first 17 opponents of his career before coming up and suffering his first defeat in a very close competitive decision against the current champion, Alberto Puello. Please help me welcome Gary Antoine Russell. All right, it's good to have you, Gary. So, a huge opportunity in front of you. We got 4 world title fights on this fight card. You're in the co-main event against a guy who just won the world title in Valenzuela. As you've been getting prepared for this fight, what are some things you've seen from Rayo and studying him, and how are you looking to approach this fight March 1st?
I can't give all y'all the Jews now, but I feel like he don't got what I got. So y'all just gotta be prepared for a nice event come March 1st. I'm definitely looking forward to taking the shine from the main event. So stay tuned.
Now, I know your last fight was frustrating. You talked in the virtual presser a couple of weeks ago how, you know, you're looking to get that back. First, you got to be victorious Saturday. Going back, watching that fight and how frustrating it was for you, what did you learn about yourself, and what did your family tell you, and how do you make sure that does not happen again?
Don't deviate. You know, every opponent is different. Because every opponent is different, you got to use different tools, different strategies. But I felt like I deviated after the 6th round because I felt like I was up on the scorecards. But it wasn't really a loss. It was a lesson, you know. And the main lesson is honestly listening, you know, because you got to be flexible, be versatile based off your opponents. But that would never happen again, so.
Well, we've seen fighters suffer defeats and come back to be world champions, and you're looking to do the same. Now, you're obviously from a very proud boxing family. You've seen your brother be a world champion for a very long time. What are some things your family has been telling you in preparation for this fight, a world title opportunity at hand, and to bring another world title back to the Russell family?
Keep your listening ears on. That's it. And there's nothing new that we haven't seen, so. If we execute the game plan, we definitely coming out victorious.
Now, Rayo's been saying some things online that, you know, maybe you didn't deserve this opportunity. And, you know, do you think he's overlooking you in any way coming into Saturday?
I feel like he's just pumping himself up. You know, he got to keep his poker face on. Because ain't nobody in that ring but me and him come fight night. I don't really care what he got to say. He did say some slick stuff like he don't see something, he don't see nothing special in me. And I want him to keep that same energy. So, fight night, I see you.
All right. They're looking to steal the show. Our co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell, Jose Rayo Valenzuela. We'll let Gary get to work. Once again, Gary Antoine Russell.
What's that, Chance? We got added and centered this time. I can't get in this joint without moving around. What's up, baby?
Russell is here.
That's strap, baby. Let's go.
Russell is here.
Let's go, Gary.
Russell family here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, want to give it up one more time for Gary Antoine Russell, his brother Gary Russell Jr., former champ, as he's looking to become a world champion for the very first time in his career. Once again, if you want more questions with Gary, feel free to step aside, go to the scrum. He'll answer a few more questions as we get you set. But it is going to be a great way to start things here coming into March. March 1st, it all goes down at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And Big Time Boxing is certainly back as premier boxing champions. It's delivering a stacked pay-per-view event this Saturday, March 1st on Prime Video. You already have seen a couple of the fighters that are going to be a part of this card. Once again, 4 world title fights on this fight card for our pay-per-view that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com. The last time Tank Davis headlined a show at Barclays Center was May of 2022, and he broke all kinds of boxing records in Barclays Center when he knocked out Rolly Romero, and it was certainly a party on that May night in 2022, so you don't want to miss it. Anything can happen. Lamont Roach is here in the building. We'll be bringing him up in just a few moments as he's getting set for his workout. He's looking to prove all the doubters wrong. He's looking to upset one of the biggest names in boxing, and he is ready to show the world what he has. And again, he is a world champion. He's a champion, WBA super featherweight champion at 130 pounds. This is a man that loves to be the underdog, and he is ready to show the world what he has. Now, if you want a rundown of what else we have going on this fight week, we still got plenty more fighters that we're going to be talking with here for our open workout here at Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn. And once again, we want to thank Gleason's Gym for opening up their doors for our fighters to have this workout here today. Tomorrow, it will be the final words from all fighters. We have our undercard press conference that all starts tomorrow at the Barclays Center Atrium, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You don't want to miss that, as that will be going on all PBC socials. It will be the final time fighters get to say whatever they got on their chest before Saturday night's action, March 1st. Then, on Friday, our weigh-in is open to the public. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. There's nothing like getting ready for a big fight night than going to the weigh-in and seeing what the fighters look like right before they step into the ring on March 1st. It's going to be packed, so you're going to want to get there early. Again, it is a huge amount of energy already coming into this fight week. And once again, that weigh-in will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday for the weigh-in. And again, that is open to the public, and it's free of admission. So make sure you come ready to see the final face-offs for all of our matchups we got going on for Premier Boxing Champions. And then Saturday, we have Fight Night from Barclays Center. Doors open at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we will be live for our prelims. Once again, PBC Prime Video prelims will be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And it is free and all access regardless of Prime membership. And you can also watch the prelims at twitch.tv/Prime Video. So you can access it through Twitch as well. So you don't want to miss that. Our prelims, once again, will be featuring Jared Hurd against Johan Gonzalez, as well as sensational fighter Gio La Roca Lopez. And we get you going with Grimardi Machuca. 2 prelim fights going on this Saturday. Once again, free access. PBC prelims will be live Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. You don't want to miss it. And then it all leads in to our pay-per-view event, Prime Video PBC, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to start things off with Yoenis Tellez and J-Rock Julian Williams, and that will be for the interim World Super Welterweight WBA title. Then it leads into Alberto Puello defending his WBC 140-pound title against Sandor Martin. We already heard from Sandor as he is looking to upset Puello and deliver him his first defeat. And then our co-main event, you just heard from one of the 2 combatants, and Gary Antoine Russell, as he is looking to become a world champion for the first time. But first, he's got to get through the champ, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, as he will be making his first defense of his world title. And then it leads into our main event. Gervonta Tank Davis defends his WBA title against the reigning WBA Super Featherweight Champion, Lamont Roach Jr. It all goes down March 1st. Big time boxing back in Brooklyn, New York. Now, I believe we are ready to meet one half of our main event fighters. This man comes in with a record, 25 victories, 10 by knockout, opposite of 1 defeat and 1 draw. He is the reigning WBA Super Featherweight World Champion. He captured the title in November 2023, dropping Hector Luis Garcia in the final round to win a decision. And then he defended his world title for the first time last year when he defeated Firgal McCory by 8th round TKO. And he is a native of Washington, D.C., a sensational amateur who has fought Tank at the amateur ranks several times. And now he's ready to prove the doubters wrong. Please help me welcome the Reaper, Lamont Roach Jr. All right, Lamont Roach, you are ready. You've been excited. You've been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. You are a world champion, but as you can see, a lot more comes with it, especially when you fight a guy like Tank Davis, one of the biggest names in boxing. Has your approach been any different as you get prepared for this fight?
I mean, obviously the stakes are higher, so, you know, we just went a little harder. That's about it, but, you know, every camp I train my ass off to be the best, to be in the best shape that I can be, to be the best where I can be mentally, and that's exactly what we're doing. It's just, you know, we just amped it up a little bit.
Now, as you know, when you fight a guy like Tank Davis, there is extra attention that comes with it. It's probably unlike anything you've had in your career with extra media interviews, media obligations, going here, doing double press conferences, kicking off the fights. How have you and your team handled that with this being kind of a unique experience with all the extra attention that comes with it?
I mean, I've been on big cards since I turned professional. Y'all guys forget that I signed the Golden Boy as soon as I turned professional. So my first card was, you know, a Bernard Hopkins card, Bernard Hopkins undercard. I fought on Canelo undercards. I headlined ESPN multiple times. So I'm not a stranger to none of this. And even though it's probably more, you know, I'm not affected at all.
Now, I've seen you and Tank. You guys been jabbering back and forth online here and there as you guys are in training and going back and forth. Do you believe, you know, Tank is trying to get in your head like he's gotten in other opponents' heads previous fights?
I mean, maybe. He might have tried, but it's not successful. I think he noticed that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, there's mutual respect between each other. But if he going to troll, I'm going to troll back. It ain't nothing to it.
Absolutely. Now, it's D.C., Baltimore. There's a lot of pride on the line going into this fight, DMV here. What would it mean for you to become a 2-division world champion? Because it's not like you're vacating the 130-pound title. You still got that. You defeat Tank. You are the 130-pound, 135-pound WBA champion.
It means everything to me, man. This is on my goal list, to be a multi-division world champ, to be a 2-time world champ. And it'll just make my dreams come to fruition. I know that I want to be able to defend at both weight classes, so whichever opportunities present itself, but I'd definitely be asking the WBA organization to let me defend at 30 if, you know, a unification isn't available at 135.
All right. Thank you so much, Lamont. We look forward to seeing you. Again, we're just beginning fight week here, so we'll let you get to work. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the 130-pound champ, Lamont Roach Jr.
How that 35 feel, making that 35 this time? Come on.
tank lights and start slow, and then you can afford to start slow with you. He was worried about how he stopped. You know, he was worried about how I stopped.
You see people like he's a monster right now. A lot of people, you know, underestimate because he's that motivation. Is there anything you can
You and your dad, you guys went to the Pentagon for a little bit. Talk about that journey. Just investing in yourself.
Everyone's talking about the 10 games of power. What about your power? Second place. That's a real good fight. Wild card.
You said take one in your city. What was that all about?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the 130-pound WBA champ, Lamont Roach Jr., as he's looking to upset Gervonta Tank Davis, our main event, Saturday, March 1st, Premier Boxing Champions PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video. You don't want to miss it. It's a DMV showdown. Tank Davis from Baltimore, Lamont Roach from DC. They're ready to throw down. As you can see, they got mutual respect for each other, but once they step into that ring, friends are off. It's time to go to work, and we'll see who comes out victorious. Lamont Roach right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to get going and looking to be crowned and the new 135-pound WBA world champion. Lamont Roach with his father here as they are looking to prove doubters wrong. And they are ready to get going. Lamont, bring over one last comment. We have our final press conference, so you'll have more to say tomorrow. But any last words as you get prepared and you're welcoming into Fight Week here in Brooklyn, New York?
Man, I just appreciate all the fans, all the media, everyone coming out. Be tuned March 1st. I'm telling you, it's going to be the best show in the world.
All right, there you heard it. Lamont Roach Jr., if you can't be in the building, trust me, you're going to want to be in the building. Ticketmaster.com. Tickets are still available, but if you can't be in the building, order the pay-per-view, Prime Video. It's regardless of your Prime membership. All cable satellite providers, you could still get the pay-per-view. PBC Prime Video, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. All right, now we are set to bring on our next fighter. This is a man who comes in with the record 29 victories, 17 by knockout, opposite of 4 defeats and 1 draw. representing Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's the former unified 154-pound world champion. He dropped a very competitive title fight against WBC middleweight world champion Carlos Adames in 2023, but he was able to bounce back and stop Gustavo David Vittori in 2 rounds in January of 2024. Please help me welcome Julian J-Rock Williams. All right, J-Rock, I want to welcome you in here as you get ready for your workout. I know you got to be feeling good. Your team won the Super Bowl. They're coming in, so you got to have some good feeling coming into this fight against a young, hungry contender in Yoenis Tellez. How would you assess his skills as you've come into camp and now you're ready just a couple days away from stepping into the ring with an undefeated young contender?
I think he's a good fighter. You know, I did some, watched a few, some tape on him. He's strong, hungry. He can punch. So they say. So I'm excited.
Now, for fans at home, I mean, you're someone that has never turned down a fight. You fought all types of fighters, welcomed all tough challenges. You've been a world champion. You've gone into the championship rounds. You've had 12-round fights. This will be his first 12-round fight for a world title. For fans at home that have never stepped in the ring, is there a difference from just a regular fight to those world title fights where there are 12 rounds? You have been in those deep waters before.
Yeah, where the stakes are higher. You know what I mean? The adrenaline is rushing. The stakes are higher. It's definitely a difference going from fighting C plus, C minus fringe contenders to fighting a world class guy that been a champion, been to the top. So you're gonna see on Saturday night.
Looking at his resume, I mean, he's knocked out guys. He's had a fast rise. I mean, 9 fights, and he's already got a world title opportunity. Do you think he's biting off more than he can chew, taking you on, who is probably the most decorated opponent he's ever faced?
I don't think that far. I'm just worried about Saturday night. How much he supposedly bit off, how much he didn't bite off. I don't think that far. I'm focused on the game plan and getting the job done.
What would it mean to you to become a world champion again? You know, you've upset fighters and you've been a unified world champion. You've been at the top of the mountain. What would it mean to be there again?
Just a dream come true. It would be basically getting everything I lost, getting it all back in 36 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, J-Rock, it's good to always see you. I know you're with your trainer, Breadman, as always, so we'll let you get to work. Once again, Julian J-Rock Williams.
Knockout champ. Knockout win. Has it sold out? Yes, sold out. And you know what?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once more time for Julian J-Rock Williams as he looks to become world champion again. Once again, the 154-pound WBA interim super welterweight title on the line against Yoenis Tellez. That should be a banger of a fight. Tellez undefeated, 9-0, 7 of his wins by knockout, but this certainly will be the toughest test to date, facing off against a former unified world champion in Julian J-Rock Williams. All right, now we are set to introduce our next fighter. This man is a world champion. He is coming in 23-0, 10 by knockout. He's the reigning WBC super lightweight world champion from the Dominican Republic, now training in Las Vegas, Nevada. He became a two-time 140-pound world champion, winning this title by decision over another fighter who was in our co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell, last June. Please help me welcome Alberto La Avispa Puello. And I believe we'll welcome in Martin Batar as he is getting set to translate for you, as he should be coming in shortly. Can you translate? All right, perfect. So we're good to go. Puello, this is your first professional fight here in Brooklyn, New York, which, as we know, has a heavy Dominican influence, a Dominican culture. What is that like for you to finally fight here in New York?
Primera pelea aquí en New York, sabiendo que aquí hay mucha gente dominicana. ¿Cómo te sientes aquí peleando aquí por la primera vez?
Oh, es increíble para mí es un regalo de Dios, ya que voy a estar peleando en este lugar defendiendo mi título y lo haré frente a un público grande. Hay muchos dominicanos y sé que me van a venir a apoyar y eso me llena de motivación.
That he feels very fortunate that it's a blessing from God that he gets to fight here and defend his belt in front of his people here, in front of all the Dominican people here.
When people talk about 140 pounds, they say names like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, but they don't rarely mention you, and you're undefeated, a two-time world champion. Why do you believe that is, and does that bother you?
Que que muchas veces cuando hablan de la 140 división, hablan de Ryan García, raramente nunca mencionan tu nombre, hablan de Teofimo, pero nunca mencionan tu nombre. ¿Eso te ofende a ti?
Bueno, no me ofende en cierto punto, ya que el público del boxeo sabe quién soy yo y que ellos no me mencionen es una cosa, pero yo siempre he dado a demostrar que soy uno de los mejores de 140 libras y lo seguiré demostrando.
He says that it doesn't bother him that the fighters know who he is, that he knows that he's one of the best at 140, and that it doesn't bother him that he's going to keep doing what he's doing and, reach to the top.
What does holding the highly coveted WBC belt at 140 pounds signify for you in your career?
¿Qué significa teniendo ese título de 140?
Significa mucho para mí, ya que vine de una mala experiencia cuando fui campeón de la AMB. Recuperar un título mundial y del WBC es algo grandioso, un sueño cumplido y algo que no todos muchos lo pueden lograr.
That it's a dream come true, that not many people can accomplish this, that it's a great accomplishment for him to say that he's accomplished a world title, let alone to be in the WBC belt, that it's a huge accomplishment that not many people can obtain.
What do you need to do to successfully defend your world title March 1st, this Saturday at Barclays Center against a very hungry opponent in Martín?
¿Qué tienes que hacer tú para poder defender tu título contra alguien que tiene mucha hambre como Sandor Martín?
Hacer mi boxeo, traer mi preparación a la noche de la pelea y ganar como siempre lo sé hacer, es lo único.
To fight his fight and to come prepared, like he prepared very well for this fight, and just do what he normally does.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for La Avispa Alberto Puello as we'll let him get to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for La Avispa Alberto Puello, the WBC 140-pound world champion, looking to remain undefeated this upcoming Saturday, March 1st from Barclays Center. As we mentioned earlier, this is his very first fight, professional fight here in Brooklyn, New York. And as we know about New York, the Dominicans love it here in New York. There's a heavy Dominican Republic influence here in New York, and I'm sure that's certainly got to make Puello feel great as he's making his first professional fight here in New York. So it should be an outstanding fight as he looks to remain successful and make a statement against Sandor Martin. Once again, we want to thank everyone for joining us here on the stream. We want to thank all the media members that are here from Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn, New York. Kicking off our exciting fight week as PBC gets ready for the Prime Video pay-per-view event from Barclays Center. Gervonta Tank Davis, Lamont Roach going toe-to-toe, both representing the DMV, and it should be a fantastic night of boxing. As I mentioned earlier, anytime Tank Davis fights in Brooklyn, New York, it is always a spectacle, and it certainly was his last time out where he defeated Rolly Romero and broke all kinds of boxing records at Barclays Center in May of 2022, and he's looking to repeat that this Saturday, March 1st. Like I mentioned earlier, tickets are still available, Ticketmaster.com, or you can order the pay-per-view from your local cable and satellite TV providers as well, and regardless of your Prime Video membership. So you can definitely see the pay-per-view there. And once again, it should be an outstanding card. As I mentioned, the prelims will begin 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, as we get you going with our Prime Video prelims, and they will also be shown on the twitch.tv/Prime Video as well to catch those prelims beginning 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We got 2 fights for you. Jarrett Swift-Hurd against Johan Gonzalez. Gio Lopez taking on Machuca as well in an 8-round bout. That kicks things off from Barclays Center for our Prime Video prelims as well, and it'll be free access to people watching. And then it all leads in to our pay-per-view event as we will open things up with Ioannis Tellez against Julian J. Rock Williams. We're going to hear from Tellez in just a few moments. We have J. Rock, who we just heard from just a few fighters ago. They'll be kicking things off for the interim WBA 154-pound world title. Then it goes into our next bout. Alberto Puello, who we just saw, defends his WBC 140-pound world title as he looks to take on Sandor Martin, looking to bring home gold to Barcelona, Spain. And then our co-main event features Jose Rayo Valenzuela, who we'll be hearing from in just a few short moments as he looks to make his first defense of his world title as he takes on Gary Antoine Russell, looking to become a world champion for the very first time in his career. And then our main event, Gervonta Tank Davis looks to defend his WBA world title yet again at 135 pounds as he looks to take on Lamont Roach Jr., the 130-pound WBA world champion. We heard from Lamont earlier. You heard him say he's planning to win both and keep both and defend both. He's already the 130-pound champion. He said, I plan to win the 135-pound champion, and he wants to work with the WBA to defend both world titles because he wants to keep going back and forth. That's the mark of a true champion right there, as he wants all the smoke. and he's certainly not shying away with it. And you don't shy away from it when you step into the ring against a monster like Gervonta Tank Davis. So fireworks are sure to be had from Barclays Center. For fans at home looking at this schedule of events that we got coming for you here as we kick things off here from Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn for our open workouts. Like I mentioned, we still got a few fighters left to speak with. We got Ioannis Tellez here. We got Jose Rayo Valenzuela that we still need to speak to. And then, of course, Gervonta Tank Davis will be here a little bit later on. Then, tomorrow, we are kicking off our press conference. We got two. We got your undercard press conference and our main event press conference. And it all begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time from the Barclays Center atrium. And you'll be able to watch those as the fighters say their final words before Saturday night, March 1st at Barclays Center. It'll begin 1 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow from the Barclays Center atrium. Then it all leads into our official weigh-in this Friday, and that is open to the public. So if you are in the New York area, I recommend getting there. You're going to want to see the weigh-in. It's the final time every matchup will face off, as that will begin at 12 p.m. Eastern Time from the Barclays Center atrium, and you won't want to miss it. And it leads in to Fight Night on Saturday. Doors open at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, prelims at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and then the pay-per-view 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, we are now set for our next fighter as he looks to take the ring. He is coming in undefeated, 9 victories, 7 by knockout. He's a fast rising star from Santiago de Cuba, who now trains in Stafford, Texas with the legendary Ronnie Shields. He most recently dominated a veteran contender, Johan Gonzalez, and stopped him in round 7 on Prime Video last October. Please help me welcome Ioannis Tellez. All right, we want to welcome you, Ioannis, as you are excited. Coming into this fight, this is your first world title opportunity. You've been wanting something like this, and now it's here. Do you feel any added pressure? Even though it's an interim title, it's still a world title at stake against Julian J. Rock Williams.
Esta pelea contra Julian Williams es grande, más allá de que sea por el título interino, sigue siendo un título mundial. ¿Sentís algún tipo de presión adicional de cara al sábado?
No, normal, creo que sí. Yo creo que la oportunidad es algo grande que siempre he esperado en mi carrera. Entonces, la oportunidad de que, primero que todo, pedirle gracias a mi equipo de trabajo, a Luisito Junior por la oportunidad, a mi equipo de manejo, y aprovechar la oportunidad que se me dio.
Look, I know how big this opportunity is. I know what it means to me. And first of all, I want to thank my team and Louis De Cuevas Jr. for bringing me here and giving me this opportunity. And I got to take advantage of it the most because, you know, it's my job to be able to bring the fans a great fight.
Taking on a fighter like Julian J. Rock Williams, do you believe this will be your toughest test to date with him being a former unified world champion?
Considerando que Williams es un ex campeón unificado, ¿sentís que él va a ser el rival más difícil de tu carrera hasta ahora?
Sí, yo creo que va a venir a querer recuperar lo que ya en un momento tuvo, pero aquí hay un Ioannis Tellez que viene con mucha hambre y ganas de comerse el mundo.
He's hungry for sure, and he's going to want to take back what was once his, but I'm going to be ready.
Now, being on a stage like this with all the extra attention, now you've been a part of some big fight cards, but this is certainly another one, and now with even more at stake with an interim world title on the line. What's it been like to have a trainer like Ronnie Shields in your corner who's been a part of these major fights? He knows what it takes. What has he been telling you as you get prepared for this world title opportunity?
¿Qué significa para vos tener a Ronnie Shields en tu esquina, considerando su experiencia en carteleras de esta magnitud? ¿Y qué te dice él de cara a esta pelea?
Nada, primero que todo agradecido con el trabajo que he hecho con mi equipo de entrenamiento, con Ronnie Shields, súper agradecido con lo que ha hecho conmigo, y que él esté en la oportunidad esta que se me dio y que él pueda verme hacerme un campeón es algo que me emociona mucho y algo que siempre le voy a agradecer en la vida.
Well, I'm very thankful, super thankful with both Ronnie Shields and the entire team in charge of my training. I wouldn't be here without them, and it makes me very excited. It's moving for me to know that Ronnie Shields is going to have the chance to call me a world champion and to see the pinnacle of my growth here in the ring at Barclays Center on Saturday, March 1st.
What can fans expect from you and J-Rock Saturday night at Barclays Center?
¿Qué pueden esperar los fans de tanto de vos como de J-Rock el sábado 1 de marzo?
Una buena pelea. El sábado, el día 1 de marzo, los rines cogen candela, 100%. Y el bandolero va a romper.
We're going to set the ring on fire on Saturday, and the bandolero is going to come out to dance. You'll see.
Well, it's going to be a great way to kick off the pay-per-view. We'll let you get to work. Once again, Ioannis Tellez. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the proud Cuban, Ioannis Tellez, undefeated, looking to win the interim 154-pound WBA Super Welterweight World title, as he's got a difficult test to go through in Julian J. Rock Williams. They'll be kicking off the pay-per-view card on March 1st, this Saturday, from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It's going to be back and have big-time boxing back in Brooklyn, New York. It's always a lively atmosphere. There's a ton of boxing fans here in New York City and Brooklyn, New York. So we are very much proud and glad that we are here. Once again, we want to thank Gleason's Gym for opening their doors for our open workout today, as we have spoken to several fighters, a part of the card, as they are getting prepped for this exciting fight week coming up. As I mentioned earlier, we have our final press conference coming your way tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time from the Barclays Center atrium. The final words from every matchup that we have for your prelims and your pay-per-view card, so you don't want to miss that. And then we have our final official weigh-in this Friday. It will be the last time each fighter will face off, and that will be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so you don't want to miss that. 10 p.m. Pacific, and that is open to the public. You do want to make sure you're able to catch that for our official weigh-in. So that's from the Barclays Center atrium. And then Saturday night is fight night. We'll start things off with our prelims, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. You don't want to miss it. Jarrett Hurt takes on Johan Gonzalez. Gio Lopez taking on Machuca, and then our pay-per-view event. You won't want to miss that. We kick things off with Yoenis Tellez and Julian J. Rock Williams for the 154-pound interim world title. That will be starting our pay-per-view off, as we've heard from both men already. And then our second fight will be Alberto Puello taking on Sandor Martin for the WBC 140-pound world title, as both men have also stepped into the ring already, kicking fight week off here. And then co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell looks to become a world champion for the very first time, but he's got to get through the champ, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, making his first world title defense at 140 pounds. Then our main event, we look at Gervonta Tank Davis defending his WBA 135-pound title against the WBA reigning 130-pound world champion Lamont Roach Jr. Fireworks are sure to be had inside Barclays Center. You do not want to miss it. If you have access, if you're here in New York or planning to come out here for the fight, tickets are still available, Ticketmaster.com. Trust me, you're going to want to be in the arena for this one. Top to bottom, it is an excellent card, and it all culminates into a fantastic main event where Gervonta Tank Davis broke records last time he was in Barclays Center in May of 2022 against Rolly Romero, and he's looking to break those records this Saturday, March 1st, against Lamont Roach. You won't want to miss it. And if you can't get out here, if you're not planning to come to the fight, make sure you order the pay-per-view. You can order that from your local cable and satellite TV providers. Once again, it's on Prime Video, regardless of a Prime membership. You want to order the pay-per-view. It's a PBC pay-per-view event, Prime Video. Gervonta Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. Now, as you guys are getting excited for this fight week, if you're looking to get prepared and see what has been going on behind the scenes, a great way to get prepared for this fight and matchup is to check out PBC's Gloves Off episodes that are free on YouTube now. It's two episodes out as you go behind the scenes of Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. as both men are gearing up for this world title opportunity, as Tank Davis is the champ looking to defend his crown and stay one of the biggest stars in boxing, and Lamont Roach looking to pull off the upset. And both of those are free on YouTube, so feel free to check those out as you get prepared for this world title fight. All right, we are now set for our next fighter. This man will be in our co-main event. He comes into this one with the record 14 victories, opposite of 2 defeats with 9 wins by knockout. He's the reigning WBA super lightweight world champion, originally from Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, now training with famed trainer Robert Garcia. He won his world title last year, upsetting Mexican star Isaac Pitbull Cruz on his way to a decision victory. Please help me welcome Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Jose, it's good to have you here. As you see, you got the gold with you. You won the world title over Isaac Cruz last year. What is it like now for you to be a world champion and making your first defense against a very tough Gary Antoine Russell?
It's a great feeling, to be here in New York with all these beautiful fans. I'm ready for March 1st, and ready to defend my title.
Now that you are a world champion, I mean, you've worked your career to get this. What are the next steps as you look to move forward in your career now that you are a champion?
Well, defend it. I got a big task in front of me Saturday night. Gary Russell, he's coming to fight. I'm coming to fight. So, first thing is first, I got to give him his respect, and I can't overlook him.
Saturday, March 1st, against Gary Antoine Russell. Looking at both of you guys, what do you have that he doesn't?
I feel like there's a lot of things I got. Body shots and a whole bunch of other stuff that you guys will see Saturday night.
Now, we've seen it with fighters in the past where they win the world titles and it's almost like the fame gets to them. They, train less, maybe not as hard, maybe not as hungry. And fighters fall off after their first world title defense. How do you make sure the focus stays the same, the main thing stays the main thing, and you don't lose that now that you are a world champion?
Winning this belt has done nothing but motivate me. I've dedicated my time since winning to build my body to a real 140-pounder, to get stronger, faster, grow my IQ and learn. And that's what I've been doing. I'm hungry. I feel like I'm nobody yet. And I'll be ready Saturday night.
What type of confidence has your trainer, Robert Garcia, given you as you've been in your last several fights and now that you have him in your corner? What type of confidence does that give you as a fighter?
He's gave me great confidence. His experience, just being in the corner with me, like what he tells me, what Pita, Mario Rodriguez tell me, it just clicks, and it's what I'm, it's just perfect instructions, and it's been showing my last few performances with them.
Now, I know fans are excited for the main event. Gervonta Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. It's going to be a great fight. Are you guys looking to steal the show, you and Gary Antoine Russell?
I think that's the plan. We're coming to steal the show. It takes two, and he's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. So, it's explosive. It's going to be an explosive fight. So, I think that might be what's going to happen.
All right, Rayo, it's good to see you, champ. Looking to make your first world title defense. We'll let you get to work. Once again, give it up for Jose Rayo Valenzuela, the WBA 140-pound champion. Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Rayo, any last words? We're going to have our press conference, so there'll be certainly more to say tomorrow, but anything you want to say to fans at home watching as they get ready to watch you Saturday night do your thing?
Make sure you tune in, get your popcorn, sit down, don't blink.
All right. Jose Rayo Valenzuela, the 140-pound WBA world champion, making his first world title defense. That one sure is looking to steal the show. And stylistically, when you talk about Gary Anton Russell and Jose Rayo Valenzuela, the styles make fights, and this is a stylistic matchup that very well could steal the spotlight away from the main event. But that's why this card is so good. There's so many close matchups coming into this one. As I mentioned, Yoenis Tellez, young, hungry, undefeated fighter, contender, as he is looking to take on former unified champion and Julian J. Rock Williams. That's a good matchup of experience versus youth and hungriness. And then when you go to our next bout, Puello against Sandor Martin, you talk about two fighters, one from the Dominican Republic, another from Spain. One's the world champion in Puello, undefeated. Sandor Martin has been one of those guys that have upset former world champions, have been close to upsetting another world champion in Teofimo Lopez. He's always been there and relished that underdog role, and he has another opportunity to pull off another upset against Alberto Puello. And then when we talk about our co-main event, you just saw Jose Rayo Valenzuela against Gary Anton Russell. As I mentioned, stylistically should be a fantastic matchup, and then that all leads in to our main event, Gervonta Tank Davis against Lamont Roach Jr. Tank Davis, the WBA 135-pound world champion. This man has become one of the biggest stars in boxing, one of the biggest stars in sports. When it comes to Tank Davis fights, this is a guy that you cannot leave your couch. If you're watching them at home or if you're in the arena, you cannot leave your seat. You cannot blink because you never know when a knockout is going to happen. Of his 30 opponents, he has knocked out 28 of them. That's a 94% knockout percentage. He is undefeated for a reason. And one of the things about Tank that I think gets a little bit overlooked, especially by boxing fans, is, you love the knockouts. You love to see that, but the guy's got skills too. I mean, he has got one of the highest IQs in boxing, and the way he sets his opponents up, the way he breaks down a fighter, it's truly something special, and it's going to take a special performance from a guy like Lamont Roach Jr., who's no stranger to doing that. He's done it before in his career when he upset Hector Luis Garcia to become a world champion in 2023. He has the makings and the skills to do it. Will he be able to do it Saturday night against Gervonta Tank Davis? We'll have to wait and see. But that one is sure to be a really, really good chess match. And you've heard Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach thinks he's got enough power to score the knockout. He said if it comes, he's going to go for it. And as we all know, Tank's got the power. He's knocked out guys at 140 pounds. So this is a guy that certainly can carry the power with him. And it, like I mentioned, it should be a really good chess match, especially between two guys that are familiar with each other, that have been used to facing off against each other at the amateur ranks. Now, of course, they've had many fights, many years in between that, but there is still sort of a familiarity between both guys. And as I mentioned earlier, they have a mutual respect for each other. Lamont Roach said it earlier at his workout that, Tank has liked to get in guys' heads, but he hasn't allowed it for him. He said, Tank's a troll. He said, I'm used to trolling back. And so I think other guys, they allow that to get inside their head, and that could potentially be a problem. So that is one of those things that we are looking for going into this fight. We're waiting on Gervonta Tank Davis, who is coming our way shortly. So he is looking to finish off our workout here. Once again, we want to thank everyone that's been a part of this, Gleason's Gym here in Brooklyn. If you're looking to get some work in, if you've never been to New York, or if you're here in New York and you like going to boxing gyms, Gleason's Gym is certainly a great spot to come here and train. And if you're just looking to get a workout in, you don't have to be a fighter. Trust me, these guys, what they do, their talent, they're special. It's hard. It ain't easy what these guys do. They just make it look easy. But if you wanted to go get a good workout, or if you do want to start from the basics and become a fighter, Gleason's Gym is certainly a great way to start here in New York. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors, DraftKings Sportsbook. And of course, this event is promoted by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions. TGB Promotions always putting on tremendous fight cards. We just had one February 1st. David Morrell, David Benavidez lit up the T-Mobile Arena February 1st, just a couple of weeks ago. And they are once again a part of the PBC family, and we're looking forward to another stacked PBC pay-per-view event this Saturday, March 1st, as we got another excellent fight card coming your way when we talk Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. So both guys are set and ready to make this fight week exciting. We've already seen Lamont Roach Jr. Gervonta Tank Davis is making his way here to Gleason's Gym. We are looking forward to speaking with him, seeing him work out. So don't go anywhere. Now let's check out episode 1 of Gloves Off. You don't want to miss it as we get you prepped for March 1st. Thank you.
Big right hand.
Oh boy, Garcia's wobbled!
Ladies and gentlemen, a mega event, March 1st. Superstar Gervonta "Tank" Davis defends his world championship against Lamont Roach. Do you feel like people are overlooking you in this fight as the underdog?
Come on now, of course. But the only thing that's gonna matter is when we get in the ring. If you ain't on your A game, if you ain't focused.
Trying to hear that shit.
I'm telling you right now, you better tighten up. Cause if you don't, my mother, I'm gonna make it look like a cakewalk.
Now, I promise you, on my mother, you better leave the females home and the kids. On my mother.
In boxing, a fighter's journey to greatness can go in one of two directions. You can write your own future, control the narrative.
You worry about taking out your competition?
Yeah, I worry about getting my money and getting out of it.
Or have your path derailed and story dictated by your opponent.
It ain't his show. This is my show.
Trust me, we on shit March 1st, you hear me?
I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do shit with
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever
I don't care
y'all
about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
talk
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'ma fuck him up.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. began in the same world, in the same gyms, chasing the same dream. But the paths that brought them to this inflection point could not be more different. The world has witnessed the incredible rise of Tank Davis, prodigy turned champion turned superstar, a fighter who through every provocation has remained untouched. At age 30, he has already crafted a legacy of indelible performances. And Tank is looking to use this next chapter to further his legend.
Y'all getting the last little bit of Gervonta that y'all gonna see. I'm gonna make sure I do what I'm supposed to so I can be the best I can.
It's kinda his show. I'm the villain, and I'm definitely here to play a damn good villain role. I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Lamont Roach Jr. has taken a different path.
That's right.
His tenacity is evident in every fight, but even more so in the long arc of his career, where he has scrapped and fought to earn the right not to be overlooked.
I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. I am him in that ring.
The contrasts are evident and clear, but what makes these men the same, their relentless drive, their willingness to leave everything in the ring, will be exactly what makes this fight unforgettable.
I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. There's a reason why I'm here.
Lamont Roach, we fucking you and your peoples up, Slim.
Because in boxing, greatness isn't just measured by where you start. It is defined by how you finish.
We in it to win it.
Stretch it down, pull it up. Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good, under here. Roll under the bed. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that motherfucker lawnmower.
I made the decision to train in DC because, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel though this will help me. I'm from Baltimore, he's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do? Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35 for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. In other words, when you're hungry, when you're chasing something, the grind comes naturally. But once you're comfortable, that fire can fade. Unless it was never about comfort in the first place.
Ever since I've known him, since he was a kid, his biggest fear is losing. I'll never forget this day, and he told the story himself. I believe we were in Vegas. Adrian Broner was fighting. And I turned around and Tank, he was crying. What are you crying for? He said, 'cause I want it. And I said, you want what? He said, I want all of this. He was so in awe with Adrian, the accolades and him winning titles, blah, 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 and he wanted to be that guy. And when I saw him crying, I was like, wow, you know, I stepped off. I said, wow, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna have to worry about him. You gonna fight hard to get it.
If I get him where I need him to be, he's gonna sleep for sure. Soften him up, then fry him.
I'm the one that got them acting different. They didn't get it because they have to admit it. I'm attracted when it's when I see them, I'm asking if they really know what I am. I'm the one that say it's bad for business. They just know that my attack is vicious and they have is gifted. That's why I'm asking them, do you know who I am?
Hopefully, he come prepared mentally and physically. I mean, when it was my time to shine, I definitely was, you know, I had to shine. It was like, put up or go home.
It's over. That's it.
He got great power.
Big shots for Roach.
I feel like he's a sharp fighter all around the board. You know, somebody that you can't sleep on.
Lamont Roach!
Lamont Roach has never been a cheap date for nobody. The real true boxing fans, the real ones that know that this is no easy fight. He's very skilled, and I'm gonna go on the line and say this may be the most skillful person that Tank has faced thus far.
I just don't want to look bad come fight night. My biggest fear is being embarrassed, especially in front of like all these people, like worldwide. Then you be like, come this mean for deck, like, you know? Like, I ain't got time for that. I'm not trying to go out get my butt kicked. Like, bad, like, I can't do it. I don't want to be embarrassed, bro. It's just my pride. Some people be made for it, some people don't. He's not gonna win. You better be ready.
When they called for the fight, I'm looking at my dad, and he looking at me. That was Tank at PBC. They asked you want to fight. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes, I do. That's what we in this for. I'm in this to prove that I'm the best. You gotta be a dumbass fool, you think I'ma lose. Gotta get booked for murder or something. He been in the spotlight for a long time, so it's nothing you could take away from what he's done in the sport. But I'm on his heels, like I'm on his bumper. I think I'm gonna beat his ass, I ain't gonna lie. Don't let me knock that nigga out. What? I'm a Viking ass. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, this motherfucking fight gonna be, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that, for sure. For sure, for sure.
How is he gonna make it clean? How are you gonna eat it?
Salt and pepper. Yeah, them dogs charred. I normally put together my own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Today, we have red potatoes, salmon, cheese, onions, with 2 over medium eggs. It's perfect. Oh, excuse me, onion. Good breakfast, big boy breakfast.
You doing crazy, man.
Lamont Roach Jr. is known as the Reaper, a name that reflects his intensity, finality, and cold, calculated edge in the ring. But outside of it, he keeps his camp anything but grim. training under his father and alongside his brother.
Conscious, bro.
I ain't feel like pouring in the glass.
No free promo, no conflicts of interest or nothing.
The relaxed vibe of Team Roach steadies the camp against the constant drama found in boxing's highest level. Like last December, when his opponent took to Instagram, threatening to pull out of the fight.
Just to address the fight was never off. He said something, not me. I ain't say nothing about the fight being off. How the hell I pull out? Ain't nobody stunned that. We still in the gym. Same day, next day.
Maybe he had a bad day that day and said something, man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some people just gotta know what you getting yourself into. He just might be a little off, and he be tripping sometimes. That's it. Like, I know that. People gotta know that they dealing with a wild card. That's what he is, a wild card.
There's no questioning the importance of this moment for Roach. But the past adds another layer of significance.
Coming like that. Baltimore and DC, two different worlds, but they so close. We grew up together in the sport. It was always just a tension and rivalry.
Even as kids, when Tank and Roach fought, those in the know paid attention. They were two young fighters with remarkable skill and relentless drive.
The last time we got in the ring, we were 15 or 16. He won. Gold medal, him. Silver medal, me. 1 and 2 in the nation. So that was the last time we was in the ring together.
Since the amateurs, Lamont Roach Jr. has been relentless in carving his own path towards becoming a world champion. Now he brings that hard-earned confidence to take on an icon of the sport.
I'm a world champion for a reason. I know who I am, I know what I can do. The people who actually witness me in the ring, they know. This motherfucker can fight. People don't go in there and try to beat his ass. I'm gonna go in there and beat his ass. Like, for real.
March 1st, the most explosive man in boxing returns.
The legend of Gervonta Tank Davis.
In his path stands fellow world champ Lamont the Reaper Roach, looking to step in and take out the Tank.
Into the battleground. Ain't gonna stop me now. This is the final round.
That power is deadly. We coming.
It's Tank versus Roach, Saturday, March 1st, live on PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video.
Yeah. Let's go, Hard work, talking plenty dedication. I ain't never stopping cause I'm on some elevation. Show 'em what I got, yeah, homie, I've been waiting. And right now, I feel a little impatient. Nothing but them big moves, yeah, that's all I do. Left, right, yeah, I hit 'em with that 1-2. Kicking any roadblock like it's Kung Fu. You know I'ma give my all when I come true, yeah. Yeah, I've been going at it every day and every night. And I ain't trying to stop it, then my pocket looking right. No matter what, homie, gotta stay in that fight. The made it so they hating, but don't know what that's like.
All right, man. Gervonta Davis. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, fam.
You see a lot of athletes announce retirement and then don't retire because they have so much love. Have you have you had any times maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also too, I want to get myself together though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, being more there for my kids, going to school, just building myself up as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a great human being. That's what I'm focusing on.
You mentioned at the next stage of your life you wanted to seek therapy, become a better person. What does that actually mean? Like, what do you want to get out of this therapy?
Just healing myself.
At just 30, in the prime of his career, Tank Davis stands at a crossroads. One foot in his past, the other inching towards an uncertain future. He's acknowledging a reality many fighters refuse to confront, that the demons outside the ring can be just as exhausting as the battles within it. Yet the fight game waits for no one. On March 1st, he faces Lamont Roach Jr., a formidable challenger hungry to carve his own legacy. Fighting is a brutal business, and under the bright lights of Brooklyn, Tank Davis will step into the fire once again. The question is, which man will leave that ring with his destiny intact, and which will be left to pick up the pieces?
Thank you so much.
I'm a musician and I'm a creative. And on the outside looking in, he makes it fun, you know, from backflips and I just think he's cool, you know? All the love.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
I'll holler at you.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't deny swag, just like you can't talent, but he's just cool, you know? And so people want to support him. He looked like us, you feel me? So I think it's just something like that.
There's no denying that Tank Davis is one of boxing's most electrifying attractions. His swagger.
You gonna look good right on the ground.
His style. His explosive knockout power.
What a missile strike by Davis!
Whatever his future holds, fight fans will be watching. And this next one, it's got all the ingredients for something special. A classic DC versus Baltimore showdown.
Tank is one of the faces of boxing, along with Canelo Alvarez. It would be huge to knock one of them faces off that Mount Rushmore boxing.
He's a solid fighter. It's gonna be great come March the 1st. All that. And I seen what you said, talking about if you knock me out, you gonna do this. All right now. I seen it. Better be ready, fam.
I don't want to lose. I hate losing. I know Tank hate losing. Lamont damn sure don't want to lose, so it's going to make for a good fight, man.
On March 1st, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn will be deafening. After all, New York City has embraced Tank like one of its own.
I'm definitely from Brooklyn, fam. I don't know, I think since I fought that my first championship, I feel like they showed me mad love. Like, even on Instagram, I had more followers in New York than Baltimore. So just fighting back at the Barclays Center and just being in front of them people was amazing. It's all love on my end, you know, for New York City, and I can't wait to go back.
He got like a little mean streak. So that's what's really gonna make this a good fight. Because I'm gonna bring it, for sure. It is gonna be either Fight of the Year candidate, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
It's still snow on the ground? Yeah. What you doing? You just fall? Yeah. You all right? Yeah.
My son means everything to me. He's definitely motivation.
You see his school picture?
Yeah, the jokers. Yes, it's gonna be one of those fights. My son can eventually go to school one day and be like, March 1st, 2025, my dad, he won his second world championship against a guy that they consider pound for pound knockout artist. I'm glad my son is gonna be able to witness that.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. We on the same page, you know that.
Oh, okay. 'Cause these motherfuckers got us all the way fucked.
Yeah. Tell them again. Tell them again. So, the PBC came up here.
I'm so sorry. I really don't talk like that.
My whole family is very encouraging, very supportive. They know. I've been nose down, grinding since 9. I'm 29 years old now. I can describe it as it's about time.
I've been doing this shit for too many years, man.
Too many. You know it's coming.
I'm saying? There's an opportunity now to go out there and show out. You feel me?
Question.
Block out all the noise, fuck all the people, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna be screaming, going crazy, you probably gonna get booed.
Yeah,
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna tunnel vision, what I'm saying? Tunnel vision, just think about him and go out there and do your business. You feel me? Hell yeah, I don't know.
With experience comes perspective, and Lamont Roach Jr. has plenty of both. In a sport obsessed with the O, he sees things differently, knowing he wouldn't be the fighter he is today if it wasn't for absorbing the one thing this risk-adverse era dreads most.
Tonight, he is making his first attempt at a world title. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring.
My first world title fight, we knew what we were getting into.
Let's have a good fight.
Coming in on the B side, he was young, just turning 24.
Oh, big shot from Lamont Roach. Hurts Jamel Herring with just 5 seconds left here in the 11th round, and he holds on for dear life.
Just didn't let what I had out early enough.
The decision will be in the judges' hands. And still, the WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, Jamel Herring.
He was the better man that night. And honestly, that one fucked me up. I was depressed. It's my first loss.
And it was tough going back to that locker room because his first words when he got back there was, "Sorry I let you down." I was like, "You ain't let me down." You know what I'm saying? We failed as a team, and it ain't going to define us or stop our journey. You know what I'm saying? We will get back here, and next time we will win it.
After I got up off my ass and was like, all right, this ain't where you supposed to be. Let's go show them. Let's go show them where you supposed to be at. I got my tool bag and I went to work.
It wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. It was a big lesson that we learned and took from it. It made him a much better fighter.
It took 4 years of work, but Lamont Roach Jr. earned a second chance at the title. This time against Hector Luis Garcia, fresh off his impressive performance against Tank.
With Hector, I'm, again, the underdog, and a lot of people talking shit. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna show y'all.
There's a right and wobble, Garcia. Big time problems for the champion.
I said, I got this shit.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
And the new champion of the world.
And the new, that was one of the best feelings that I had in my life. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I work for it. I put my pride, I put my life into this.
Lamont, do your thing, man. You looking good. You want keep him up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. We
Yeah,
on
for the
that.
city, for the
We
city.
on that,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? All love. Hey, can we? I don't know how much time y'all got. Can I get a flick?
Yeah, for sure. We on it right now.
DC versus Baltimore. So on.
Tank is a tremendous fighter. Tank has tremendous power. Tank has tremendous speed, agility, whatever the case may be. But little do everyone knows that I do too.
Let him keep talking. Just let him keep talking, man. We working. World champion for a reason.
They gonna see. I don't give a fuck about what y'all gotta say. That's why I'm here, right here, in this position right now. That's why I'm going to be on top of the boxing world. That's why I'm gonna spoil whatever y'all think gonna happen March 1st.
March 1st, the most explosive man in boxing returns.
The legend of Gervonta Davis.
In his path stands fellow world champ Lamont the Reaper Roach, looking to step in and take out the Tank.
Into the battleground. Ain't gonna stop me now. This is the final round.
That power is deadly. We coming.
It's Tank versus Roach, Saturday, March 1st, live on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video.
Yeah, you know we come with that energy. Hold up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Woo. What we doing? Is that right? You know we come with that energy. Energy. You know we come with that energy. I gotta lie. You know we come with that energy. Energy. How I like that? Whole lot of energy, yeah, I've been waiting on letting it out. All over the field, we coming and stopping it out.
Nobody wanna defend me, they scared they come step in my lane. We make a move, please let me know when you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Gleason's Gym here in Brooklyn, New York, as we are now set to meet our main event star, one of the biggest names in all of boxing. He's here with a record of 30 victories, 28 by knockout. This man is a Baltimore native, a 5-time 3-division world champion. Please help me welcome, defending his WBA 135-pound world title against Lamont Roach Jr. this Saturday, March 1st. Please help me welcome Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta, it's good to have you here. It's another exciting fight week. As we can all see, people are excited to have you here in Brooklyn. Going to Barclays Center for the 4th time, 4th fight. You're 3-0 going into this. What is it about Brooklyn that you enjoy fighting here in this city?
The atmosphere. It's great people that's in New York. You know, I won my first championship here. Just excited to come back and do what I do, and that's put on a great performance come March the 1st.
Now, I know you moved your camp for this one to Washington, D.C. You say you wanted to get used to the cold. You know, you wanted to change things up a little bit. What was that camp like for you going to D.C. and training for this fight?
It was cool. Just staying with the people I trained with, you know, it was great. You know, great people to train in, people that I grew up with in the gym. It was fun. It was fun. It was bringing the amateur style back in the sport.
Now, we spoke to Roach earlier today at the open workout. You know, we've seen you both go back and forth online, and he was saying, you know, Tank likes to troll people, you know, especially going into a fight. And he's like, I like to troll back. What is he in for this Saturday night?
Yeah, a rule awakening. A rule awakening for sure. He just doing what he have to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that. But come March the 1st, it's all about skill versus skill. And who had the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Now, in 30 fights, you've had 28 knockouts. What is that like? 94% knockout percentage. What's that like for you when you sleep a guy, knock him out? And, you know, many consider you the biggest, hardest puncher, you know, in all of boxing in regards to where you're at in your weight class and how you consistently are just knocking guys out. What's that feeling like when you do?
It actually feel like a home run, like when someone hit the bat and it just right on the target and it go far. It's just like that. So that's how I feel when you actually hit somebody on the butt and you know that you catch them real good. So that's how I feel for me.
Now, going into this fight against Lamont Roach, this is your first fight for 2025. What are you hoping to accomplish this year in 2025? And it all begins this Saturday against Lamont Roach.
Stay in the ring more this year, for sure. I probably got, I want to say, hopefully I got 3 fights this year, hopefully. But I'm looking forward to Lamont Roach come March the 1st, and we'll figure out after that.
Now, we're obviously going to hear more from you guys tomorrow at the final press conference, but as we kind of let you go and do your thing, what's your message to fans watching at home, people that are looking to come, still trying to buy tickets? You know, you broke the record the last time, the highest grossing gate for a boxing event at Barclays Center. There's been word that you're looking to break that record again this Saturday, March 1st. Break your own record. You know, what can fans expect between you and Roach Saturday?
Just fireworks, man. Just 2 kids that's coming together to put on a great performance. I know I train hard for this camp and things like that. So just fireworks, man. You had someone that's sharp, fast, explosive, and Lamont is sharp himself and he's explosive. So it's just going to be a bang come Saturday night, and the fans win that night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome once again the champ, one of the biggest stars in all of sports, Gervonta Tank Davis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for joining us here at our open workout here at Gleason's Gym in Brooklyn, New York. You saw Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He is certainly a superstar, one of the biggest stars in all of boxing. We look forward to seeing you all once again. Don't forget tomorrow, our final press conference, the final words between all the fighters on the card. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific, and then once again on Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Pacific. That is our official weigh-in on Friday, and then we got our fight night. PBC prelims, and then the pay-per-view event. Saturday, March 1st from Barclays Center. It's Tank, it's Roach. Don't miss it.
Right hand is up. Oh, he's hurt with a big right hand.